Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna work on these ephemera folders made out of index cards. As you can see, they have 3 pockets. They have a belly band where you can put the stuff, and it's very cute and it's super easy to do. Just like the project last week, this is gonna take about 15 minutes. So let's get this started. We're gonna get 3 index cards. I think that we have 3 here. And then I'm gonna use my scoring board because it's very handy. And that is basically it. So what I'm gonna do is that in these 2 index cards, you're gonna leave one of the index cards just as is, and the other 2 index cards they should have 12 lines total. So what I'm gonna do is in one of the lines I'm gonna score. I'm not gonna make measurements, I'm just gonna score on that specific line. In my case, I'm gonna go through the red line. Okay, it's gonna be very straightforward. Just go up. Well, you have to put that straight, but that's the idea. One of them, and then the other one. There you go. So these are thicker than paper, regular printing paper, but they are not as thick as cardboard, so they are very easy to work with. Okay, for the second step, all what you have to do is just pasting these things together. So go ahead and paste these over here and paste this other score part over here. I love scoring my index card before I paste because that allows me more room to make sure that I'm pasting in the right place. So what we're gonna do is this. There you go. I'm gonna use regular glue because that's the way I like pasting, because if I use the rolling glue, you know, it doesn't paste so well, not in the corners, and it's always a problem. So I'm gonna do that. Something that I found that it was super easy to do is just once it's folded, you just push the piece all the way to the corner. See? So this is it, and then make sure that you open after you do that, otherwise it's gonna get pasted, and we don't want that. And we do exactly the same with this other one. We add glue. And then fold it. I'm just gonna place this in here, and then we'll make sure that it's pasted in the right place. Because this is liquid glue, you can still move the piece as much as you need to make sure that it's right. Okay, so my 2 pieces are already in the right place. So I'm gonna give it maybe 1 minute to dry. Okay, I think that this is decently dry now. So what we're gonna do now that the full piece is together is that we're gonna create the pockets. Okay, so to create the pockets, we're gonna put this in our scoring board. If you don't have a scoring board, you can still do this with a ruler, or you can just eyeball kind of the size that you want. I would put just here. Hopefully this is gonna be the right size. All what I want is the 3 pockets to be the right size, the same size, which I think they are. Oops. Let me see. It looks like they are. So what you have to do is just fold them like so. I'm gonna put this away for a second. This is not the best idea. So now when we paste this together here, the unions are gonna be a problem. So what we're gonna do is, using our scissors, we're just gonna open this, cut it up to there, and just make a very small cut, small, tiny. And the same in the other way. Okay, I make very small cuts everywhere just to make sure that it's very comfortable to paste it. And the same here, and here, and here. Okay, now that the 3 pieces are cut in place, all what you have to do is basically just decorate. You have your folder ready to go. What I'm gonna do before I start decorating is I'm gonna distress, because I like the way the index cards look when they have distress ink around. So here it is. We're gonna go around it. And we could have done that before maybe, but I wanted these cuts to be done. So now that they are, it's easier for me to know where the distress should be. And if, like me, you make a mistake there's no problem. You can always add decorations or whatever your imagination tells you to do. Just follow whatever happens, because this is fun. And so I'm doing this, and then I'm gonna distress. Oh, I forgot to distress this one. And then I'm gonna distress here, and here, and here, and then all around the piece. Just around the piece. Just be happy, enjoy it. And I really was not expecting to have that much fun with the index cards. It's my first time doing a challenge of this kind, so I think it's super fun and easy to do. Okay, we have now our piece together, and all what we have to do is decorating. We are gonna follow my other 2 pieces because I like keeping it consistent. This is shorter than this one. As you can see, this one is more or less the same size, right? I have this flower, and I have this decoration over here, and I think I have these stamps too. And inside you can see that I am using these. So this is 4 of those lines of the index cards. So in a full index card I cut 4 lines total, and what I did is that once my folder is closed, I align this. Let me show you. I align this with right with one of the lines, the middle line, or line, and then I just fold in the 2 sides, right? And this one is gonna be a little bit bigger than we want, so no matter what size is in here, just add a little bit more, just a tiny bit more of room, so you can paste it actually in the folder. And that's it. This should be perfect now. See what I mean? Now it's perfect. And before we forget, oops, let's distress this. We're gonna distress this, we're gonna add some flowers, and everything is gonna be perfect. and it's again very easy to make. It's very basic folder ephemera, but made with the index cards will make it super cute. And I think that the advantage of making folders with index cards is that you can always always use its own lines to make measurements, which is amazing, because then you don't have to be thinking, oh, it's 5 centimeters here, 3 centimeters here, or well, if you use inches, then inches there. And if you make mistakes like I did now, that I think that my belly band was a little bigger than I needed to be, you can always fold it inside and ring, and it's fixed. And we put it again, we test it again, and it fits now. Now, because this has lines, you know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and this should be between these two lanes, and you know exactly where the center is. You don't need any measurement here. It's very easy to know where this should go. And I like putting glue here, not up to the corner here, because I don't want this to be pasted accidentally in my paper. I want this to belly to be open easily. So we're gonna do that. 3.5 we said. 3.5. There you go. Very easy to do. And with this, we're gonna do the same. We're gonna add glue here and here, and then we close. And it's easy too, because we applied we make the cuts on the sides, so we know that this is gonna fit perfectly when we fold. And we made a mistake here, so we're gonna stamp something in there. Let's stamp before we even start doing this. Because this is brown, I'm gonna use this stamp that is brown, and I'm gonna just put that in there. I have a flower petal here. I have been picking up some flowers in the morning to dry, and I have them everywhere. I apologize for that. And I think that I can put another one here, and it looks super cute. See, you just cover it. It's just ink, and that's it. Well, then the rest of this is the decoration. We have our folder. It's very cute. I have to use the same things to make the process super easy. So here's my, let's say the test of what I did before, and I have the same stamps over here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use exactly the same thing. I'm not gonna overcomplicate this, because once I do something, the first time is kind of complicated for me to think, what stamps am I gonna use and how am I gonna use them. A lot of people don't have that kind of problems. I do. So to me it's super easy to think, okay, so I have this, I know what I used before. Then I use this stamp, which I love. I have been using a lot this on index cards because it's super easy and practical to use. And then I have used a combination of these stamps. Let me put them in my stamping tool, and then another smaller stamp. So I put them both together in the stamp holder, and then I stamp here, and then I stamp to the other side, and I stamp here. Okay, and then looks like I stamped here too. Let's just do it, and maybe just even here. Circles are never too much. Circles just such beautiful form. Okay, so once you stamped, I added 2 more things there. As you can see, I added these, and then the flower. So I have a couple of options. I can use the same kind of sticker, or I can use these ones that I was trying to use for a long time. So probably I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. Okay. And the good thing of these is that it's washi tape, which means that I can still use my glue on this one. It's super hard to peel, but once it's peeled, it's beautiful. They have this plastic backing, which is a problem to me because I'm trying to grow apart from plastic. I'm tired of plastic. Tired. Exhausted. I hate seeing that in the stores. It just, when I go shopping, I try to get my own fabric bag, and I don't want to see more plastic in my life. I'm tired. But beautiful things come in plastic for stationery, and I just can't help myself. I find myself finding PET tape and stuff like that, but I really try not to buy that much on that anymore because my house has so much plastic. I can't anymore. So no more PET tape for me, at least not for a while. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one on top of this, and I think what I'm gonna do here is that this thing here, we're gonna add like in a vertical orientation. Like, where is it? I have that one in here. I have a label, and this is it. So let me cut it. This is for you. I printed this in craft paper, and I adore it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. It's small. It's actually really tiny, but I adore it because it's super easy and practical to use, and I don't know, it's just very minimalistic. And so I was saying, instead of using what I used previously, I'm gonna just put it like this. So we're gonna add the glue, and because the glue on the flower is still wet, I can still lift up one part of the flower. Or I can just go ahead and do the same thing that I did with the others, just orient it in the right direction, I guess. There you go. We can put that in there and close the flower right on the top of that. And there you go. That's the flower. And then we can use these paper flowers here. So I have several of these. We can use these, and maybe this one here. Super easy. And we're almost done. And again, if you know your decoration, it actually is gonna be super easy. If you are minimalistic or you're trying to use only stamps, it's gonna be easier. In my case, I'm trying to use neutrals only with index cards. You can use colors, of course, but I need to choose them beforehand. Okay, so that's it. And now in this part, I'm not gonna add too much again, because I will probably just go ahead and cut it here. You probably have seen this before. I have a full packet of beautiful paper that I decided not to throw away. I should not do that, but I always keep like at least that pack. The rest of the paper I gather together to make paper, but once in a while I just keep those pieces because I feel, oh no, I can use them for background or something, and then I accumulate. I know I should throw everything away, but I can't. So let's do it. So we're gonna paste it this way, or what I did you saw is just cutting small pieces of text of some kind of scrap that I have before. It's very intentional, and because I'm gonna paste something that has a white and black sticker, which is very easy to put in here. It's gonna be easy for me to decorate, so I don't have to think much about it. Okay, and this one, it's beautiful. And now we're missing stickers, so I think this is the one that I used before. So we have this beautiful, we can use this black, we can use this is too small. Maybe we can use, oh, we can use this one. Okay, so this one is gonna fit. Let's do this one. I always have problems pinning stickers, no matter what the sticker is. It could come in any presentation. I think that the only one that is kind of easy for me, is the KitKat sticker presentation, because even with those sometimes it's hard. Okay, so this one, and then we are gonna use this one. These are tiny circles that look like I don't know if you can see this, but putting that closer, and I have a ton of those. I made them for one of my boxes, and then I kept a group for myself, because I always keep stuff for myself. I actually designed these things for myself, and then I sell them because I think that they are cute. Okay, so same thing with this. I saw some people buying sticky mats where they paste their stickers and then it's easier for them to pull. I'm not sure if I want it. I think that putting that mat on my table will occupy too much space, considering that I already have this desk kind of busy, and too much can create or disturb my brain. When I have too much stuff in my seat, I feel stressed out. Okay, so I'm done with that, and here it is. So we have these, we finished. We have these two, super cute, isn't it? And we had the other one that opens to the other side too. This one we made we rounded the corners. We don't have to do it with this one. I just feel comfortable in the way it looks like. I think it looks cute. Anyway, this is the final result. You can see this tree. If you like it, please consider subscribing. I'm gonna make more like this. I have at least 2 more projects that I already made a draft for. I'm gonna be recording videos in the following weeks. Okay, thank you so much for watching. See you next week. Bye.